spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. The Owls have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
It's now second down after the short completion. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
They make the tackle after he gets two down to the 25. The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Hey, I know it's only one drive, but that sets a standard that you want to live up to, not only the rest of this game, but maybe the entire season.
And these players were talking about the talent they had coming into this game. They've got a lot of speed. They've got some experience. They've got guys that have played a lot of snaps, so it's not just going to be the expectations in their own huddle, in their own locker room, but I think for fans of college football watching this team play all year, they're going to be expecting them to put up points.
He'll start this drive firing. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his back in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further further after the catch. And the Owls will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They go to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Makes the catch. It's Lockett. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
One of the things I love about this QB as a runner is not just his athleticism, but how tough he is. He can run in between the tackles in the middle of the field, push the pile, break tackles. Linebackers are trying to bring him down. He just keeps his feet driving. That is impressive.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Makes it past the marker. He now has 84 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Got the 1st down and more. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Cougars headed quickly to the line. They'll try the run. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Might as well stick with him. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Houston has it with a 1st and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Gets it out fast. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to him on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
And that is no good.
The beginning of the end. I pronounce the end scene here.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Tackle is made after the first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
To the air on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Owls.
love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Old Dominion went scorched earth in a double-digit win. It might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Monarchs in a statement win, if there ever was one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man on the right. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Quarterback moving. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Trying to make magic with his feet. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. This offense has a 2nd down plan. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he's looking downfield. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Extending the play. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give out of the gun. At the 45 on his way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Each corner's going to give them some space. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He's going to get loose. He will score. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. He's looking. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's second down.
After the misfire, it's second down. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on third down. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
No more lagging. I can get shit like that off. Let's get...
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Dances away from the heat. He turns it loose to the left. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. A first down run in the red zone. And they swarm him under.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They are up by 7 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Corners are going to bail. This guy can throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Here's the handoff. At the 35, he's got room. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up second down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida Atlantic 29, Houston 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Going up top. Ball in the air,
Shooter. Oh.
And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Houston offense once again. After that last pick, David, they really might need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Houston wants to play fast.
That hurts, Zach. You don't want to do that too much. That hurts.
The coverage has been so tight, and if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like we just did on that last play and lead the clock.
Let it rust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense.
Crazy, huh?
Return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Getting some heat. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. At the 15, he's loose. All kinds of running room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And how about the big run? When you're backed up near your own end zone, you're just trying to get out. You're trying to get breathing room. Now he breaks off the run. Dude, now I'm trying to score. I went from being backed up inside my own 10.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Houston. Two-point conversion attempt is coming. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
No good. That keeps the score. Florida
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Across the 25. Powers through. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Little over anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to get rid of it. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them. So you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. Going up top on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something...